This lesson is about fractions and mixed numbers. Fractions can be divided into two groups, proper or improper. The improper fractions can be written as mixed numbers. In proper fractions, the numerator is less than the denominator, so here we can see some examples: 3/4, 5/8, 1/2, etc. For improper fractions, the numerator is greater than the denominator. So for example, 4/3, 8/5, and 3/2. They can be converted into mixed numbers, as we can see here: 1 and 1/3, 1 and 3/5, 1 and 1/2. So proper fractions are fractions less than a complete unit. Improper fractions or mixed numbers can be written as a mixed number greater than a unit. So here we have two operations: addition and subtraction. So in order to add or subtract fractions, they must have the same denominator. So we have situations like these two, or like this, in which the numerators might be equal or different. So there, if we deal with those examples, they will work like this. Here, since we have two fractions with the same denominator, basically what we have to do is to keep the same denominator and just add the numerator. So here in this case we have 6/5. Since 6/5 is an improper fraction that can be converted into a mixed number, we can convert this one into one complete unit, same denominator here, and the remainder of this division will be 1. So if we want to check the process, we just multiply this whole number times the denominator. 1 times 5 plus 1, 6. And we keep the same denominator. So we can see how these two are equivalent. This one as an improper fraction and this one as a mixed number. Second example, we have different denominators, 2/3 and 1 and 1/4. So the easiest way to deal with a problem like this is to convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So here we have 1 times 4, 4 plus 1, 5, and keep the same denominator. Since the two denominators are different, what we need to find is two equivalent fractions with the least common denominator. That is the least common multiple of 3 and 4 in this case. So if we make a list of multiples of 3, those are the multiplication products, the multiplication results. So the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, etc. The multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, etc. So we can see that the least common multiple for 3 and 4 is 12. So here we're going to have a new problem with the same equivalent fractions, right? But now the numerators are going to be a little different. So here in this case we have to multiply in order to get equivalent fractions up and down times the same number. That number is 4 because in order to convert this 3 into a 12, we multiply times 4. But since here we're talking about equivalent fractions, we have to multiply up and down. So here the new numerator is 8. So the new equivalent fraction would be 8/12. And to convert this one, the number I have to multiply by 4 in order to get 12 is 3. But remember that these are equivalent fractions, so I have to do it up and down as well. So in order to get an equivalent fraction. So the new numerator for the second would be this one. These results would be equal to... Now here we have a simpler problem, like this one. Same denominator, so we just have to keep the same denominator and add the numerators. So 8 plus 15, 23. And here, since this one again is an improper fraction that is greater than a unit, we can convert it. We can use mental math or the division process. So don't forget to divide and get one complete unit and same denominator, and the remainder will be 11. Since this one cannot be simplified, we just leave it like that, and this is the answer in simplest form. Now this example has different denominators. And the operation is addition. In order to subtract, we follow the same process, but in this case, the best idea is to convert these fractions into improper fractions into these mixed numbers, into improper fractions. So 2 times 4, 8, plus 3, 11 fourths, plus 1 times 6, 6 plus 1, 7 sixths. So now here we have a problem with different denominators. We need to find the least common multiple of 4 and 6, which is 12. So here we have addition. So I know the new denominator, which is the least common multiple of the denominator, so LCD, that stands for least common denominator. So now I have to multiply up and down times the same number. So again, here is 3, and in this case is 2. So my new numerators will be 33 and 14. Now, here we have again a simpler problem with the same denominator. So the answer to the first example would be 12, which is the same denominator, and we just add 33 and 14, which is 47. Again, this one is a mixed number, so here let me remind you the way to convert it. We know that in 47 twelfths we have this division situation. So 12 in 47 is 3 times, so 36. Remainder here is 1, 1. So here the result is 3, which is the quotient, and it's going to represent the whole number in the mixed number. Numerator, so we have a secret here. This is the whole number, and then this is my numerator, so 11. And since I need to have the same denominator, so it checks. It's exactly this answer. Now, here the example is simpler. It's an easy situation in which the two denominators are equal. So basically, we just have to convert these two fractions into improper fractions with the same denominator, since these are mixed numbers, right? So let's convert them into improper fractions with the same denominator, in this case, that is 3. So I know the denominator for both is 3. 4 times 3, 12, plus 2, 14. 2 times 3, 6, plus 1, 7. And here, since the denominators are equal, so I just keep it and I subtract the numerator. So 14 minus 7 equals 7, and here I have to convert this one. We can use mental math, number sense, in order to do a division process like this one. This time I'm going to do it mentally. So I know that 7 elements can be divided into groups of 3 into 2 groups, but there's a remainder. So here I'm going to keep the same denominator for this one, and I know the remainder is 1. So that way, 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7 thirds, which is the result to this one.